All right, everybody, welcome and what's up to your reading for the new moon in Aquarius happening on the 21st of January or the 22nd in the Southern Hemisphere. I am having technical difficulties with my video, and so I'm going to try something different this time, and we're going to move forwards using my voice and images of the cards. I have some updates and some news. First of all, thank you so much to my YouTube subscribers who are still around despite the fact that I've taken a couple of months off. I was experiencing some major burnout and some very slowing health conditions, and it has forced me to really pull back on a lot of what I'm doing. So I'm super grateful that you are able to be here now. Please, please, please like and share this video if it resonated with you, especially on other platforms. This channel doesn't really get seen, so I would really appreciate engagement and just knowing that you're out there, even if it's just a comment to say, hi, what's up? I watched the video. And I also have some exciting news that I have started a Patreon account. This is mostly going to be for a survival guide, how-to guide that I'm writing called the Starseed Survival Guide. And this is a book that's going to explain how to live on the planet, essentially, as a new soul or a starseed, which often, if you're a highly sensitive person, you're usually a starseed. And so if you find that you're super sensitive and you have a hard time getting through life and this world and it feels too harsh and too rough, then please head over to my Patreon account and check out the posts that I have started posting. Most of them are going to be free for a while because I want to generate some interest and see how people are feeling before I start charging. Now, let's get to the reading. Right, 2 cards right away, 1 in reverse and 1 right side up, which you'll be able to see here. And the first one is the Poet in reverse, and as you can see here, he is a very beautiful, very well-dressed, comforting character. And the message that's coming through here with the Poet in reverse is that if you are feeling a lot of resistance and if you are feeling a lot of struggle to what you are trying to create in the world or you're working on or your job or your relationship, if it feels particularly hard and it doesn't feel like it's an opportunity for you to feel expansive, maybe it's not the right path for you. What you spend your time doing, the way you bring money into your life, and the way you surround yourself in abundance is meant to feel good in your body. It's supposed to be enjoyable, it's supposed to be exciting, and it doesn't have to be thrilling all the time like you're going on an adventure every day, but it does have to feel good to you. And so if you're experiencing a lot of resistance towards the things that you're working on right now and the things that are supposed to be coming to you naturally and they really don't, take a step back and tune in with your heart. What's the one thing you've always dreamed of doing? Are you doing it now? Because we're getting to a point in the collective with highly sensitive souls and all of us who have been asked to come to the planet and really give our gifts and spread love in the way that we know how, especially as starseeds and as new souls. If you are continuously going against the grain of what you are meant to be doing for your soul purpose, things are going to become so challenging in the next couple months that it will basically feel impossible. And you will be forced to switch careers and you will be forced to make a change in your life so that you are doing something that is in more closer alignment with what your soul's purpose is. So give yourself, and if you feel panicked and you're like, oh, I don't know what that means, or I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, give yourself some quiet time just to journal this all out. Eventually, once you journal, give yourself 3 pages, and I promise you, once you get to 2.5 pages, something will surface. Try that every day for a couple of days, or every day for a week, and see where you get. But that resistance really is a sign that you are going against what you are really meant to be doing right now. Okay, and the 5 of Spirals, our beautiful dragon with the 5 burning balls of fire. For those of you who feel like you've been going through the ringer of sorts, and you feel like you've been experiencing a lot of purges, and you've been doing a lot of clearing, and a lot of stuff is coming up, this is a heralding sign that you aren't quite done. Yeah, I know that doesn't feel super great to say, but you're not quite done with this cleansing and clearing, but you are well on your way. It's sort of like the 5 of Spirals is really heralding the 3 out of 5. You know, you're not quite finished, but you're well over the halfway point. And things will begin to change for you soon. And really the word that's coming through for this card is surrender. Can you surrender to what it looks like in your day-to-day practices? You know, maybe you've always been a runner and you haven't been able to run, or maybe you've always been somebody who sleeps in really late and you're waking up early for no reason. You know, can you surrender to the things that are being presented to you in your life that are asking you to make a change? And then just follow the thread. You know, I was listening to a podcast one day that was talking about book writing, and she was saying when she sits down to write her book, it feels impossible, but when she promises to just focus on one chapter at a time, it's a bit like driving in the dark and in the fog with your headlights on. And you can really only see as far as your headlights are going, but you can get the whole way there with that method. So give yourself the permission to get a little curious and get a little exploratory about what is being put in front of you that is different, and see if you can take a step in that direction. Move on to our Guardians and Ancestors deck. I'm really hoping this reading will be serving for people who don't want to stare at a screen all day. You know, maybe you just want to listen. And so I'm really hoping that this will be a method of being able to listen to what is coming up for you. Okay, interesting. So the Fire Guardian, also in reverse, which is funny because the Poet is all about passion and following your heart's desire, and the Fire Guardian's subtitle literally says ignite your passions, and it's also in reverse. And this is coming through more as a love card and a relationship card, and it really is strongly coming through that if you don't spend the time loving yourself and romancing yourself and giving yourself that care, giving yourself the foot massage, giving yourself the nice dinner, giving yourself the clean space that you would normally be tidying if you had a partner or somebody. If you don't give yourself that love first, you are going to continue to plant seeds in ground that is infertile. So it's during this time, you know, in the Northern Hemisphere, we're still in the winter, things are still quiet. Really see if you can give yourself that passion and light that passion within yourself with the things that you actually want to be doing. Not the things that you feel like you should be doing because that makes you a this or a that, or not the things that your friends are doing, but the things that you actually want to be doing so that you can recharge your own battery. You know, there's been so many of us that are just operating at such a low frequency lately, and we're really meant to be quite high day to day. And what is being presented in front of us is that if we don't treat ourselves with the love and the kindness of that higher vibration that we're looking for in a soulmate and we're looking for in a match, we will never get there. So give yourself, even try just one thing a week, try one thing at a time. Do one nice dinner for yourself, or one romantic gesture for yourself. You know, buy yourself some flowers. Do whatever you can to romance yourself in your life right now, because you have got to stoke the fire of your own inner passion so that you can start emitting the light out into the world, and then that romantic partner that you're looking for, or that spark in your relationship that you're looking for, will ignite. And last one. The Shield Maiden. Okay, so the Shield Maiden card is really about, the word that's coming through here is selfishness, and I mean selfishness in the most holistic and loving way that I possibly can. Like self-focused. And I know that this seems like you might already be too self-focused, or you feel like you're being selfish. But again, this is about drawing our energy back into ourselves. And so come up with stories of your dream life and how you want things to be, and really start to orchestrate that story into your reality. Create detailed stories about what your life is like, what you do every day, how you feel, how your health is, what you do for work, and really give yourself that thread of creation so that you can start to magnetize that into reality. And the caption on the card here is "Make plans and focus." And this is really about making the map of the life that you want to live. I know this can be a hard truth sometimes, but nobody is going to make that life for you. You're not going to find the perfect job that's suddenly going to make you feel fulfilled. You're not going to find the perfect partner that's suddenly going to make you feel whole. This is about building yourself and creating yourself. And we have experienced a breakdown in the past 3 years. So how do you want to break through and rebuild? What do you want that to look like? Get really, really clear on what that looks like for you, and then begin to speak it into your reality. And you don't have to believe it right away. You don't have to believe that it's all going to happen, but just suspend your disbelief. You know, what if? Or what if it's possible? What if there's potential? Give yourself that space to fill the not belief and the not doubt with a potential of what could be. So that is all I have for you today. I have started putting posts on the Patreon account, so please go check that out. I am in the midst of a complete overhaul, and so I'm not really sure what this channel is going to look like in a little while, but I do know that I want to keep offering readings to the collective. And if that's not always on video, then maybe it'll just be voice and cards. And The Starseed Survival Guide is a work in progress, and I'm very much looking forward to putting out more tips and tricks with how we can guide ourselves through this wild world on Gaia as new souls and as beings who are really unaccustomed to the way of living here. So take care of yourselves for now. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to check out Patreon if that is your calling. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Blessings.